Before we get started, I need to know, did anybody here stay up late watching the Patriots and Jets last night? Okay, I think we're in trouble because we've got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys, but I can't have you guys falling asleep because you stayed up late, okay? So try to stay awake. And the first thing I need to do is introduce the group that's here today. I'm Brian. This is Nicole. This is Specialist Ward. And this is Specialist Jones. And we're here from the U.S. Army. We work out in Natick. You guys know where Natick's at? You guys ever go out that way? And we're here today to talk about the physiology of exercise. But one thing I need to highlight is that the four of us here today work in the same lab and we work together every day. You're going to see some fundamental differences. Nicole and I, we work for the Army, but we're not in the Army. Okay? Whereas Specialist Ward and Specialist Jones, not only do they defend our country and are part of the Army, they're also scientists who make substantial contributions to the health of the soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq. All right? Now, in order to understand exercise physiology, we first have to know what physiology is. Anybody here know what physiology is? Anybody? That is from the Harry Potter movie. Okay, what about studying the cells, tissue, organisms, and how they function? What is exercise physiology? That's why we're here, to learn about exercise physiology, right? Well, you're tired, you're running a road race, you're playing Olympic soccer, you're the quarterback of the New England Patriots, or you're Shaquille O'Neal. Exercise physiology is important to everyone. And exercise physiology is how the body functions during exercise. So we study how the body functions during exercise. And this is important because if we understand how the body functions in healthy individuals, we can better understand disease. So by studying physiology, we can better understand cancer, we can better understand heart disease, we can better understand stroke, and treatments that we can make for these different diseases. Now, specifically in our lab, we study how the body adapts or changes to extreme environmental conditions. And if you're a soldier, this is very important, because soldiers are in the mountains of Afghanistan right now. They may be in extreme cold situations, or they may be in extreme hot situations, such as those found in the deserts of Iraq. So it's very important that we know how the body functions here, because we want to be able to keep the soldier as healthy as possible. So studying physiology is important for us because we want to keep the soldier healthy. Now, when we study physiology with any science experiment, the first thing you do is you make a hypothesis. Does anybody know what a hypothesis is? All right, somebody tell me. Tell me what a hypothesis is. Right, an educated guess, that's right. And that educated guess could be anything you want, as long as you have some reason for making a hypothesis. And this is the great thing about science. You can come up with some educated guess, hypothesis, and then you can go in the lab and test it to see if you're right. Now, for today, our hypothesis is going to be that heart rate, blood pressure, and heat exchange will increase in response to exercise. Now, we're going to do this taking heart rate, blood pressure, and thermal images. Now, before we do that, the thing we need to understand is that this is important to us for people like Specialist Ward and Specialist Jones. And for Specialist Ward, he's going to show us why this is especially important for environments such as the desert.
Alright, so whenever you get deployed, which is going to either Afghanistan, Iraq, or another combat zone, you have to wear special equipment. Since I'm not in a combat zone, if I were though, I would have on my flak vest, which protects me from bullets from the enemies. Then I would have to put on my FLC, which carries all my ammo. So as you can see, we're adding another layer of equipment. Then I have to put on my camelback, which is my water source. Then on top of that, I have to carry my whole life with me and my rucksack. So, how many people here weigh over 80 pounds? All right, now just imagine at any given time, a soldier's carrying about 80 pounds So it's like carrying your whole body weight twice, walking around over there. You think you get pretty hot, huh? Yeah. So that's why what we do at Natick is to help relieve that heat and figure out ways to help prevent heat stress on the soldiers. And Brian's going to continue to talk to you about that.
All right. So now that you know why you need to understand what happens during exercise, specifically how we get rid of heat from the body, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little physiology experiment. All right? You guys okay with that? Yeah? No? Yes? Yes? Yeah, okay. Well, I'll go with yes. All right. Now, we're going to need these 4 students. We're going to need Sean, Jimmy, Leah, and Savannah. Come up on stage. And these guys are going to be our subjects.